Hey, what's up YouTube? It's King Vita here, and I'm back with another review. And this time, I'm reviewing the Hasbro Marvel Legends series Black Widow movie Taskmaster. So there is Taskmaster, and as always, you know the drill. Look at the packaging. It says Marvel Legends series. There's Black Widow, the Black Widow movie, Marvel, Taskmaster, Hasbro. On the side, you have Taskmaster. On the back, you have no obligatory product shot, but you have a picture of Taskmaster and the bio. There it is. Pause the video if you want to read it. Over here, you have Build-A-Figure. If you collect Taskmaster, Black Widow, Yelena Belova, Red Guardian, Winter Soldier, Marvel's Crossbones, and Spymaster, you get Crimson Dynamo. There are six other figures to collect, not including this one because this one doesn't bring anything, sadly. On the other side, you have, there is Taskmaster again. On the top, you have the Black Widow logo because this is from the Black Widow movie. Warning, do not eat anything in this box, very dangerous. Again, as always, product of Marvel and Hasbro. Okay. So there is Taskmaster. Really cool figure. I do gotta say, this figure is really fun to I've never actually played with this figure. I don't play with any of my figures, but it's really fun to look at. It's got a dark tint of blue and silver with accents of orange. That is so cool. So let's take a closer look at this figure. So there is Taskmaster from, I'll start from the bottom and go to the top. There's the boots. I like that they have a strap on them. Really cool. There's the top of the boots with the T on his knee guards for Taskmaster. There's holsters. There's his belt. Whatever these are. I guess his gauntlets, his weapons. I don't know, he probably shoots something out of there. I don't know. Really cool details all around. And there's the hood as well. Come around the back of the figure. You have his backpack right here, which juts out quite a bit. Really nice detail overall. And the bottom, you have the little peg holes on each feet. On each foot. What I meant to say. Really cool. Really cool stuff. That's basically it. He doesn't have that many features except for the front. For the front, you actually have a lot of blue, shiny metallic blue color along with the orange. On the back, it's just, you know, plain dark blue. Now, for articulation, his head is, his head is on a ball joint, but his head can only go straight and down that far, because unless you kind of, no, that's it, because this soft plasticky thing kind of gets in the way. Yeah, this soft plasticky thing kind of gets in the way, and I don't think it's removable. It probably is, but I'm not even gonna try. Might break the figure. Arms can do a full 360. They go in and out. They have a bicep swivel, double jointed elbows, wrist rotation. He has an ab crunch that goes forward that far, back that far. Legs. Oh yeah, he does have a waist movement. He does have a waist movement that could go all the way 360. That's what I meant to say. Legs can go forward that much. Can't kick back that much. Almost nothing. Thigh swivel. Double jointed knees. There you go. Double jointed knees. And he has ankle pivot. And it can go back and forward that much. That's it. There you go. Now, to measure this figure out, let me move the camera back here. There you go. This figure stands at about almost 7 inches tall. Just almost hitting that 7-inch mark. Almost. So yeah, Taskmaster is really, really cool looking. I like the color choices they went with. I wonder if this is exactly how he's going to look in the movie. Who knows? I hope so. This is a very cool look to him. The blue and orange. Now, for accessories. He comes with a few accessories, to be honest. First, we'll look at his hands. And I'll show how this works in a little while. So his hands, the first one he comes with is, zoom in here. His gun holding, there you go, stop moving. His gun holding hand, which looks pretty cool, actually. I like it. Next come his little grabby hands, or I guess Black Panther looking hands. He's got the claws coming out. Same thing with this one. Same thing with the other hand. The other side. As well as a regular holding hand of something. And how this works is each hand has a peg right here, which will peg in to his forearm. Now, how do I remove this? Is you just want to, like, there you go. It takes a bit of elbow grease. And you want to take, I guess, let's take his Black Panther hand. And kind of, there you go, just jam it in there. So that's essentially what it looks like. So if I were to do the same thing with the other one, there you go. There's Taskmaster all, I'm gonna get you. I wonder if he's actually going to use his talons in the movie. By the way, these claws, they're also called talons for anybody wondering. But yeah, really cool. I wonder if he's actually going to use this in the movie. Who knows? Can't wait to see it. How many of you out there are Taskmaster fans? Very nice. Now, I guess would be as good a time as any to show off the weapons. Okay. I guess this would be a good a time as any to show off the weapons. And he comes with quite a bit of weapons, actually. He comes with quite a bit of weapons. There you go. So the first weapon I'm going to show off would be his sword. There you go. This is his sword that he probably might use in the movie. I don't know. It's got a hint of orange in there. Really nice. As well as the handle. The handle has a hole in it for some reason. I don't know. And he can hold it, I would imagine, with his gun holding hand. Oh no, he has a one for this too. He has one for that too. There you go. He has a hand for that too, so. Although I don't think it was made to hold this. There you go. So there's that. What else? What else does he come with? He comes with his shield, which is the T for Taskmaster. Anywhere you put it, it says T. Really cool. And how this shield works is there's a tiny little peg here. This shield works two ways. There's a tiny peg here, but there's also there you go. A hook here. And you can actually store this on his wrist. There you go. And there's Taskmaster with his shield. You can totally have him do that. Yeah. There's Taskmaster with his shield. Let me give him a hand, because he doesn't have one. There you go. You can have Taskmaster with his shield, like so. And I think he looks really good with his shield. He looks a lot better with his shield than without it. I think Taskmaster's naked without the shield. I don't know, he just doesn't seem like Taskmaster to me without it. Kind of like Captain America without his shield. Really cool. And finally, you have these other two accessories, which is, I guess, one of my favorites. The bow and arrow. And we'll take a look at those right now. Let me zoom in here. So this is the bow. It's a tactical looking bow. Really cool. And also the plastic here is, it's not, there's no, I think there's no bendy wire in here, but the plastic, it's so flimsy that you can bend it and it will go back in place. Just try not to bend it too far, otherwise, you see how it's straight, like so? if you keep bending it all the way to the back, it'll eventually, you know, warp. The plastic will warp and it won't look as straight anymore. So you might want to be careful with that. You might want to be really careful with that. And it comes with an arrow. As I said, bow and arrow. And the arrow is completely black. I like the arrowhead. The top of the arrow. It's not straight. It goes curved to the side. I like how they did that. Really nice attention to detail. And the back as well. Nice. Now how this works is there is a port on the bow itself, which looks like this. This tiny little C thing right here. Looks like the letter C. And how that works is you want to take the bow and you want to take the arrow. My bad. You want to take the arrow and you just place it on that C right there. Obviously, it doesn't fit in. I think you have to make him hold it. There you go. Let's see if I can show off how this looks on the figure. Okay. So let me take his shield off. Okay. This is going to be a chore. Let's see if I can... There you go. Okay, let's see. This is going to be really difficult. No. Well, that's that's as best as I can get him. That's as best as I can get him holding the bow and arrow. I can't do anything any better than that. If only they would have give him an extra hand here that looks like this one, because the bow is outside, as you can see. Right there, it's outside. If it would have been inside, he would have been, you know, he would have been able to move over here. He would have been able to hold the bow and arrow like that. But because it's on the outside, it makes no sense. So that's why it's held on the outside and it just falls off very easily. This is, I don't know why, but the plastic doesn't want to seem to hold something this skinny. But either way, it looks really good in the display piece. It looks really great in the display piece. Let me take his hand back out and put his fisty hand here. There you go. His sword makes more sense. Him holding the sword makes a lot more sense because he can hold it in either hand. Now, as I've mentioned before, there's no, I don't know why, but there's no storage for any of this on him. There's no way to store any of his weapons on him at all, which is kind of sad. I think I could be wrong, but since this is I just thought of this. Since this is a line of figures from the Black Widow movie, I'm pretty sure all their what do you call it? All their equipment is compatible with each other. So let's say if I had Black Widow, either Natasha or Yelena, if I had one of their guns, I can give Taskmaster their guns because they're compatible with Taskmaster, as explained by, as shown by this hand. This hand right here, because it's a gun-wielding hand. So in theory, again, I can't test this out. I don't have the Black Widow line. Maybe in the future. But in theory, I could have Taskmaster hold one of Natasha's guns using this hand. This trigger hand. So that's really cool. I'm glad that they thought of that. They really thought this through. Really nice idea for a figure line. Let me add a shield. There you go. Oop, there you go. Now, for comparison, here he is with D Arts War Greymon. Just so you could get a bit of size comparison here. Here he is with Mr. Refractor. How many people actually want me to keep putting Refractor in? How many are fans of Refractor here? Yeet. Go away. Go away. This isn't your review. Stop it. You gotta stop interrupting my videos. Here he is next to Beerus. And because, why not? Here he is next to the Mighty Morphin Megazord. And you can see that he's slightly taller than the Mighty Morphin Megazord. Just slightly. So, final thoughts on this figure. Yeah, I think you should definitely buy him. I like Taskmaster. Taskmaster is a very, in my opinion, I think he's very, a very underrated character because he's, I don't want to say he's not popular, because he is, but he's a very underused character, if that makes any sense. He's very popular. I know there are a lot of Marvel fans, a lot of, you know, comic book fans in general that just love Taskmaster. But he doesn't get as much love, I feel, from, you know, now with this Black Widow movie. He's definitely going to get a lot of fans, and, you know, he's going to be a very interesting villain to see in the MCU. But before that, I don't think Taskmaster has actually ever been portrayed as the villain he was intended to be. You know, I'm sure that whoever invented Taskmaster in Marvel Comics, I'm sure they had really high hopes for this guy, really high hopes for him, but they just, I don't know, kind of fell to pieces due to him lacking in certain shows and certain, you know, portrayals of the characters and things like that. So I'm really hoping to see Taskmaster on the big screen, at least, you know, at least make a cameo or something. But really, really, really underrated villain in my opinion, and very cool looking figure as well. If you are looking for this figure, of course, I will link in the description below, and as well as my social media and blah, 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 blah. But you can get this figure at Big Bad Toy Store, Walgreens, anywhere, you know, Amazon, eBay, whatever. You know, anywhere they sell toys that you can find Marvel Legend figures. Yeah, definitely pick him up. He's really worth the money. Very well detailed and nicely sculpted figure as well. Also, one cool thing that I didn't really mention is his armor. I totally forgot to show this off, but his armor is just, you know, a flat color. But if you look at his cloth, you know, his hoodie, they actually detailed it. You know, they gave the hoodie accents, the material it's made out of. Very nice. If you look carefully, you can see the material just coming out of the figure. You know, those little dots right there. I don't know how well my camera can pick that up, but it really just makes this figure a million times better than it actually is. Really, 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 really nice idea, and great. Overall, great aesthetics. Very nice. So like I said, once again, you can get them at Big Bad Toy Store, Walgreens, anywhere they sell figures. And if you're lucky, you can find the whole line of, you know, the Black Widow line from the Marvel Legends figures. I will be doing a lot more Marvel Legend toy reviews in the future, so stay tuned for those. But yeah, as far as this review's over with, yeah, Taskmaster is just amazing. Really great figure, and I highly recommend you pick him up. So, there is the Hasbro Legends series Black Widow movie Taskmaster. And this King Vita saying, laters.